Hello, viewers. Welcome to today's podcast with me, Aditi Nayar, ICRA's Chief Economist and Head of Research and Outreach, and Ankit Jain, Sector Head Corporate Sector Ratings at ICRA. Today, we're going to be focusing on a sector which has had an implication both on the budget math as well as on how the GDP growth was calculated last year. This is the fertilizer sector, and I'm talking about fertilizer subsidies. So, to start with, Ankit, can you just give us an overview of how the fertilizer subsidy amounts have panned out in the last 2 years? And what is your take on the adequacy of the amount included in the interim budget for this fiscal?
So the budgetary allocation in the February 24 budget towards the fertilizer subsidy requirements was around 1.64 lakh crore for the fiscal year 25, which was lower than FY24, largely on account of stabilization of the raw material prices as well as the pool gas prices. Of this, almost 45,000 crores was towards NPK fertilizers and 1.19 lakh crores towards urea. Now, ICRA expects this fertilizer subsidy budgetary allocation to remain adequate. In addition, this upfront allocation of the entire amount, similar to what we saw in FY24, ensures that the subsidy adequacy will continue to remain and fertilizer players will continue to remain a timely receipt of the subsidies. Moreover, we also believe that government will make additional subsidy allocations if required, depending upon the evolving subsidy requirements during the course of the year, as we had witnessed in the past fiscals as well.
Ankit. And what are the other initiatives that the Government of India could announce to incentivize the balanced use of fertilizers and also to reduce the dependence of the farm sector on some specific fertilizers?
So, focus has always been there on the use of biofertilizers and balanced use of fertilizers, as we saw in the last few election budgets, wherein the schemes were launched like the PM Pranam scheme, which incentivized states and union territories to promote alternative fertilizers, as well as the balanced use of chemical fertilizers, in order to achieve an optimal balance of nutrients in the soil. And along with that, there was this Gobardhan scheme, which was also launched to promote, amongst other things, the use of organic fertilizers. This apart, we continue to believe that the government will focus on the use of the nano pieces, the nano urea and nano DAP, which can help in reduction in the overall use of chemical fertilizers, as well as reduction in the overall subsidy budget for the government, if the adequacy and the efficacy of the same is proven.
And okay, do you expect the Government of India to signal any intention toward disinvestment in any of the fertilizer companies in the upcoming budget?
So while the disinvestment of key PSU fertilizer companies, including the likes of Rashtriya Chemicals and Fertilizers and National Fertilizers Limited, has been deliberated upon for a long time now, we expect that the government may follow a calibrated approach towards selling a small part of its stake in some of these PSUs steadily going forward.
Thank you, Ankit, and thank you, viewers, for tuning in.